Will there ever be another TRU album? We don't know. It depends on if C Murder is ever freed. This is Brother Dawood. Today I want to touch on C Murder, True Records, and if C Murder is the missing link to No Limit success. If you notice, since C Murder's situation, No Limit been on a big decline. No Limit lost its chemistry. If you go back when No Limit really kicked off, there was a chemistry in place. We had the Beast by the Pound. We had a strong No Limit roster. And we had those True albums. C Murder wasn't really a rapper at first. He was called by his brother to come to Richmond, Cali to get on certain tracks so he could stay out of trouble in the city of New Orleans. P will call for him and have him to come and fill in certain songs that he did on any of the early No Limit projects. Master P probably came up with the name and the idea of TRU, True, or the Real Untouchables, but it was C Murder who gave True that flavor and the true meaning. When I saw C Murder with that TRU tattoo on his back on the Bout It video, I wanted that tattoo. It was said that by KLC that when No Limit used to have shows, that women would go crazy asking for the one with the tattoo on his back. And that person that had the tattoo on his back was C Murder. C Murder was getting into a lot of trouble. P knew how New Orleans got down. So C would leave New Orleans to come to California and he'd still get into trouble. C would give, or should I say P will give C advice on the do's and the don'ts of the streets of Cali, but C wasn't hearing it. C would get up some weekends and just go out to Oakland and all the surrounding areas of Richmond. There was a rumor that C Murder was doing something in Richmond, California. And there was an incident that also happened in the Kennedy Manor homes, which resulted in No Limit having to move from the area. C Murder wasn't the one to play with. Some say that the attitude that he projects comes from the death of his brother Kevin Miller. Since Kevin's death, C Murder lost it, some say. He really loved, respected, and honored his brother. C Murder was that goon and enforcer from his family, and some say that he walked and patterned in the same footstep as Kevin, his second oldest brother. He wasn't taking no shorts or no disrespect from anyone disrespecting him or his family. But it's something about those TRU albums. You know, when those TRU albums drop, C Murder always put the smack down. I remember when I first heard the True or TRU True album, when I heard that song called The Last Dance, I was like, damn. C Murder articulated the hood clearly and touched numerous components in that one song. He touched the fact that he had a nagging old lady and that he was always paranoid. And he talked about how he couldn't make a move without his boy hustling. He said in that song, he said, I can't make a move without my boy. I wear a bulletproof vest and plus I'm strapped cause I'm paranoid. You know the ghetto is a trap. I'm not Tupac, but these jealous niggas got me strapped. I was like, damn, his rhyme schemes and his passion was clear. And then he came off on that Marvin Do the Hood track. He articulated certain things clearly. He makes you feel the music more than anybody else on those True albums. And then you got the True, or should I say the True to the Game album. He killed it on there, on that No Limit Soldiers. He said, I'm a no limit motherfucking soldier and I die. We run this place and I say the same shit with a gun up in my face. I ain't afraid to die, bitch. Like I said before, her third war. I'm from the Kelly, yo, projects. Supported worldwide by drug dealers, transforming whippy ass niggas into killers. I was like, damn. And then he killed it on that Only If the Feds Knew, and on that Gangsta Make the World Go Round. That was on side one of that album if you had the cassette tape. Yep, that was on side one of that cassette tape of The Truth to the Game. And he killed it on that Is There Heaven for a Gangster? He said, if I ever make it to heaven, I know my chance is slim, cause God don't want no killer standing next to him. He went Duffy on that True Questions, which was like that Easy E remake. And I think the one that takes the cake on that album was The Torture Chamber. People would damn near go crazy when they had that song come on. That was all on the True to the Game album. And then he went Duffy on that Crime Family album. Just go back and listen to the song Hootie Hoo and how he closed out on that song proper. Go back and listen to it. I like that song on that album called Hard Niggas. He came off on that song as well. The Crime Family album was the last official True album. And then they came out with that other album called The Truth, where P tried to replace C Murder with Hallelujah. You know, at that time, when that album came out, C Murder was incarcerated. Master P was due to put out another True album. C couldn't make the appearance, so Master P did it without him. Honestly, the album didn't have a TRU feel to it at all. Though on this time, No Limit was off. It fell off, and P was trying to emulate Cash Money. He didn't know which way to go. He tried mimicking what was hot at the time. That's when he brought in Little John for that song called Don't Make Me Act a Fool, due to Little John being hot at the time. I'm going to go back a little bit. When that No Limit Cash Money feud was going on, C Murder was the only one that came straight forward on some Tupac shit. On that Forever True song, on that Trap and Cry album, he quoted, I let that Cash Money shit slide, but it's cool, but next time I'ma act a fucking fool. And on that True Dogs compilation, on the song called I Betcha, C Murder called out Mystical on that song, and he called out Cash Money. He said, I'm New Orleans, baby. It's True City, my nigga. And he said, this is True City Records, nigga. Fuck Cash Money. I thought that was kind of cool how he came off, you know, in a cool way, so to say. I don't know if it's true or not, but there was numerous stories revolving that when Cash Money got that Universal deal, that they was fooling themselves. It was said that C Murder walked in a club one day, and he made Juvenile and his boys tuck in their chains, and some said that he put a gun in Juvenile's mouth. I don't know how true that is, but that's the rumors. The Young Guns on that Wild Boys album talked about it on that song called Calm Down. But then you have K9, a rapper from the West Coast, who gave a different report of the event. He said he was in New Orleans and he saw C Murder that night in the club, and that he was with Juvenile. He said that the other guys that was with Juvenile tucked their chains in, but not Juvie. I don't know who report of the incident or situation was right, but there was some exchange of words. You know, at that time, C Murder was rolling with them Cut Boys, so you know what time it was. But sometimes I wonder what happened to C close friends. Some of them was Cut Boys. There was an article on a gentleman by the name of Dwayne Cobbins, who the community of rap in New Orleans know as Wango, who rode with C Murder. He got arrested for tampering with information and intimidating witnesses due to the club shooting incident with C Murder. Also, there was a report of Wango being kidnapped, his car found, and then later on he was found dead. And then you have C Murder's right hand man who go by the name of Skanu. Skanu was with C Murder on numerous occasions, and it said that he did a couple of things which resulted in him getting life in jail. You know what I want to say again? When P stopped yelling true, that was the fall of No Limit. If you ask yourself honestly, when the last time you heard P scream true? Some people say that P was becoming jealous of C Murder due to the attention he was getting, and C wanted to become his own man, and own leader. And he formed his own imprint, True Records. You know, C Murder was rolling with them Cut Boys, plus he was rolling with Slim and the DBs or the Dooney Boys, and he was rolling with BG and them Hanktons. Some people say P got into his feelings because some of those names or groups that I mentioned, P was already at odds with them on the L, or on the law, I should say. Well, True Records was formed. And C Murder's first artist on the album, on the label, I should say, was Mr. Magic, who was from the Ninth Ward, the CTC, and Keno was his producer. Magic's first album, Sky's the Limit, was supposed to have been a true album, but C Murder asked his brother to do him a favor by putting Magic on the No Limit imprint until his situation got better. C Murder met Mr. Magic at a hole in the wall spot rapping. He heard, and he liked what he heard, and that's how Magic became connected with True and No Limit. Magic in the long run will have a problem with Master P due to being cheated out of royalties and death of some of his music. He called out Master P on a diss track called Nigga You Owe Me. Master P was taking songs that other members for No Limit would make and remix it. Go back and listen to Magic's Duggan album. Wobble Wobble was originally a Magic song on that Duggan album, and P remixed it and used it for the 504 Boys album to give the No Limit group a bounce sound to compete with Cash Money. He did that with a couple of other tracks. P even rapped Mac lyrics on a Silk That Shaka song called He Did That, and the list goes on. And you had people on the net saying, I don't think that P cares about C Murder. P left him dry to hang. He not really supporting him. But then you had those that say that he do go and see him, but it's not publicized. But P did talk about C Murder and the name that he have. And he was the one that named C Murder. And the philosophy around C Murder name was that he seen murder, so he rapped what he saw. So C Murder recorded a song called All I Want to Be Was a Soldier. He quoted how he wanted to be like his brother at one time. And he called all of P boys fake and phony, and none of them was real. That's kind of cool. That really is. But then you have another true artist that was on True Records that go by the name of M11, who was from out of the Magnolia. He called P out on a song called The Letters to Master P. He said that we're not going to let you come back up here and think you're going to have your way with us. He said, I'm taking a stance to make sure that C Murder comes home, he get out of jail. So True Records, or the members on True Records, the G De Niro's, the M11s, the Jason Lyrics, that was trying to raise money for C Murder's lawyer to get him out of jail. And then they own cousin, Master P own cousin from the Young Guns, or I'll say the Gambino family, by the name of Reginelli, recently called P out due to not supporting C Murder and abandoning No Limit artists and other shady practices. I feel bad for C Murder because he got 3 grown daughters out there, and he haven't got a chance to see them grow up or accomplish great heights in life. It's sad. They had to go their whole life without seeing their father to witness their success. And what's crazy about the whole situation is that said that his daughters wasn't receiving financial support from their uncle. I know this supposed to be a See Murder piece that I'm doing. I want to say honestly, I think P lost his way when he broke chemistry. He started mimicking people. No Limit was trendsetters, and they had their own imagery and personality that attracted people to them. You go back to the Bout It Body movie when P came out, he had the people attention. People was taking him serious at that time. Everything P did, people followed and wanted to know what was next No Limit's next move. Nowadays it's different. I'm gonna touch back on this, but I want to say it should have never did I got the hook up to. A comedy is the last thing P should have did. Because the last couple of years, people was looking at Master P as a joke. People lost their respect for him. People had respect for him at one time. So now he is seen as a joke. If he had really sat down and reinvented himself and came back serious, and not from a comedic standpoint, people probably would have respected him. He probably would have gained a lot of his respect back. I remember when he was against doing negative hip-hop music, so to say, or cussing his music. He said that he was in a car with his kids, and one of his CDs was on, and he heard the profanity. And he said he felt bad. So what he did, he went and he formed Take a Stand Records. And the first album to come out on that label was the record with him and his son Romeo. They would call themselves the Miller Boys. And the name of the track was called Hip Hop History. This album was the same album that P got criticized by 50 Cent, who was from Queens, New York. 50 Cent was at a press conference, and he was asked about the content of the music that he was putting out. And someone asked, well, Master P is not using profanity in his music. What you think about that? And 50 responded, is P selling? This resulted in P and 50 Cent having a sit down and a meeting due to this disrespect of Master P. And Master P had wrote a letter expressing himself. And in that same letter, he said that God is my boss, not Jimmy Iovine. Because Jimmy Iovine was the label owner, or is the label owner of Interscope Records, which 50 Cent was on. This event resulted in a special Rap City basement episode where P was sitting down with 50 Cent talking to him about their differences. And Master P said that he was shocked due to the act of 50 Cent because he had belief in him and that he funded his tours in the South prior to 50 Cent becoming a huge success. But in my honest opinion, P should just be an ambassador for the music industry and play behind the scenes. You know, put some new, fresh talent out there. He had his time to shine. He's older, and he should let these kids go out there and rock out and stay out of the limelight. And let these kids, take care of this. And periodically jump in and out in certain projects. And make a cameo here and there. And it's funny because I was just watching the In Focus Calio Untold Stories, and the gentleman by the name of Corey, who's on those Calio Living videos on YouTube, and then you had to do Little Joey. They were saying how Master P is not really from the Calio, and that the only one from the whole family that was from out of the Calio was C Murder. And Lil Joey responded, he said, I don't know where the hell Silk the Shocker come from, but this goes back to the fact that C Murder was always in his hood, giving out to the kids, giving the kids good advice. He frequented the Yes Center and played pool with the kids. He gave in charity. He had a good name back in the hood due to his good deeds. So he's respected and honored back at the Calio and in certain parts of New Orleans. But when it comes down to people view and feelings on P, they see different. Some people see him as an opportunist, a shyster, or one who over exaggerate. This is information that I'm reporting that I'm seeing and hearing from other people. And some is even questioning his street cred. Was he really about that life that he talks about in his music? Some say yay, some say nay. But this is Brother Dawood for the Dawood pages. This was a short video that I felt I had to do on C Murder. But I had some other projects coming right behind this. So shalom, salam, and Godspeed.